Haney, and welcome to Fitness from My Farm. I will take you through a circuit-style strength training program that you can run through 2 or 3 times to get a complete workout. We'll perform each exercise for 40 seconds and then rest for 15. Before we get started, you will need some hand weights. 5 to 8 pounds work well for most people. If you don't have any, get creative. You can use a pair of 1-gallon water containers. When they're full, they each weigh about 8 pounds. If you want something a little bit lighter, just let some of the water out. You will also need to warm up for 10 minutes before you start this program. You can simply go for a walk or march in place. When you're ready, we'll get started. Let's begin by getting into an athletic position. Start with your feet about shoulder to hip width apart. Your knees should be slightly bent. Your abdominals should be drawn in towards your spine and your shoulders rolled down and back. Our first move is the deadlift. I'll turn to the side so that you can see me a little bit better. Keep your hands close to your legs as you go down. Begin by pushing your hips behind you. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together and maintain a flat back as you go down. Only go down as low as you can maintain that flat back. Push through the heels as you come up and even add a little squeeze to your glutes at the top. That'll help engage the muscles and you'll get a little bit more out of this exercise. You may notice my shins are staying close to vertical. My knees are not going out in front of my toes. The next move is a bent over row. We're going to get back into that position that we're in at the bottom of the deadlift, but we'll hold this position. Your arms are hanging down by your side. Draw your belly button in towards your spine and row your hands up towards your hip. Squeeze your shoulder blades at the top. I like to find a spot to look at out in front of me. That helps keep my head in line with my spine. It's also important to pull that belly button in back towards your spine. That helps protect your low back in this bent over position. Exhale as you lift and inhale as you lower. For the next move, you can drop both of your weights, hang on to one, or use both. We'll do the side lunge. We're going to start by going to your right. You'll start by stepping out to the right, reaching your hand down towards your shin, and coming back up. We'll do each side for 40 seconds. Work on keeping that back flat in this position. Most of your weight should be going back into your heel. Really push off that heel as you come up. Last one. We'll get that 15 seconds of rest and switch over to the other side. This time, we'll be going to your left. All right, so remember you're stepping to the side, reaching towards the shin, and pushing off your heel as you come back up. Remember you're pushing through the heel, working on maintaining that flat back. Only go as low as you can while maintaining that flat back. Just a few more. All right, pick up your hand weights. We're going back into our bent over position with the hips sitting behind you. Weight is even between your 2 feet. Let your arms hang down by your side to start with. Get that flat back. We're going to do tricep extensions, so lift up your elbows and extend your arms directly behind you. Remember to find that spot out in front of you to look at. Keep that head in line with your spine. Work on pulling that belly button in, especially that area right below your belly button. Exhale as you lift, and inhale as you lower. Make sure you're controlling the weight in both directions. It's easier to lower them, so you need to slow it down a little bit so gravity doesn't do half the work for you. All right, for our next move, you're going to put your hand weights together, hold them close to your chest. We're going into a squat. So sit back as if you're sitting into a chair and push through the heels as you come up. For those of you who have knee or hip issues, you might not take the squat quite as low. Just take it as low as you can without feeling pain. So for some of you, that might just be part way down and back up. Make sure your chest is staying high. And if I haven't said it enough, pull that belly button in towards your spine. All right, our next move is bicep curl. Get back into that athletic position with your knees a little bit bent, your hips sat back slightly. Roll your shoulders down and back, and we're going to curl them up toward your shoulders and back down. So on these, it's really important to control the weight in both directions. It's really easy to just let your hands drop towards the floor, but then you're missing out on half the exercise. Exhale as you lift, and inhale as you lower. Just a few more. And last one. For the next move, I'm going to have you get your feet set a little bit wider apart. Bring your hands up by your shoulders. You can even rest those weights on the shoulders to start with. This is a shoulder press and twist. You press up and come back down and then rotate to the other side. This exercise, it's very important to pull that belly button in. Holding your abdominals in helps prevent low back arching, which can lead to back pain. If you also add a squeeze to your glute on that leg that's behind you, you'll get even more out of this exercise. Just a few more on each side. Last one. All right, for the last exercise, put down the hand weights. We are going to do a single leg sprint. Get into a stretched out, almost lunging position. Reach your arms out in front, and this is like a crunch. You're bringing your knee in and stepping behind you. You can make this exercise more challenging by picking up the pace, or make it a little easier by slowing down. Last one. Woo! All right, we're going to switch over to the other side. Last one. Woo! And you're done. Unless you want to do that 2 more times, you can get a complete almost 30-minute workout if you go back to the beginning and do this again. Make sure you add a little bit of stretching at the end once you're finished, and stay healthy, stay safe.